Classroom. Oh my god, our classroom is very messy for today, but today I'm gonna give you my second art class or lesson live in real time. And today our second lesson. If you missed the first lesson, that's the link is in the comment section. That's about colored pencils. But this time, it's two of my favorite pencils. We have here graphite, graphite pencils, and charcoal pencils. So our lesson for today is to see the difference between graphite and charcoal. So you will see the process of how to use them and what's good and not so good about them and what kind of product or result or art style they will produce. So based on this lesson for today. So I hope you stick around and you're ready for a very long live drawing session. So and I'm sure you're gonna have tons of values and lessons for today, especially for beginners. So let's start. Let's do first the sketch for both. For this one, this eye, right here, I'm going to be using graphite, and for the bottom, the eye here, the bottom, I'm going to be using the charcoal. So let's see. Let's start immediately because I don't want it to be too long. So this is to start with a sketch of uh, this eye right here. I'm going to be using, of course, graphite pencils. So this I'm starting the sketch with the B graphite pencil right here. So I'm going to sharpen it a little bit using this long point sharpener. Okay, and then the tip should be also extra sharp. So I'm just going to use cutter knife to sharpen the tip of our B pencil. So as usual, I'm always going from light to dark. And the sketch should be a light pencil. If you have a lighter pencil than the B, you can use it. But here, I'm just going to go on with the B. Okay, so let's just gonna get the entire shape of the eye based on our photo. These are both quite expressive eyes right here. So let's see who or what pencil captures the emotions more. Again, if you have not seen the first lesson that we did here on our art class or classroom, you can just check on the link later after watching this. So uh, you will also know or see about color pencils. This kind of sketching that you're seeing right now is what I call it messy sketch. Don't fix everything yet. Just try to be messy so everything is fluid and you can just uh, adjust everything as you go with your drawing. And as you can see, I'm using a very light pressure. And aside from the lesson right here about charcoal and graphite and the basic of these two pencils, you'll also learn how to draw like the most, for me, the most important part of the drawing portraits are the eyes. And you will also learn how to draw it. So I don't focus too much on the details yet, just the structure of the eye. So first tip with graphite, you don't want to put heavy pressure when you are drawing with graphite because uh, you will be annoyed by the bloom or the shine. They call it graphite bloom. They are inevitable, but if you can minimize them with the way you shade or layer, it's welcome. Okay, so very quickly we were able to do our sketch for the graphite eye right here using the V pencil. Now let's try to sketch first the charcoal eye here on the bottom using forced charcoal. And just like the graphite, I'm gonna use my hardest and my lightest pencil. Uh, this is the Goldfaber charcoal pencil hard. This is the hard, and like just like the graphite, we're gonna use three kinds of grades. So the hard, the medium, and the soft. For the charcoal eye right here for the graphite, it will be B, 5B, and 9B. So that's what I'm gonna use. Let's sketch the charcoal eye right here. So based on the sketch, surprisingly, it seems like both the B of the graphite and the heart of the charcoal have just the same tone, same darkness. But we'll see later how are they going to be different. Okay, so the sketches are done with graphite, and this one is with charcoal. So let's start shading. So let's begin with the graphite. Again, I'm gonna get the B graphite pencils here, and I'm just gonna have that to do very light shading of the entire eye right here using this B. So this is just like a base tone. But there are different styles of using both pencils, graphite and charcoal. But what I'm doing right now is the most standard, the most especially in portraiture, this is the basic way to shade. You start with building a base tone. Okay, so and then what I like to do with graphite is to blend the base tone using tissue. Okay, so now let's shade the charcoal using again just the same pencil, the hard pencil right here. So as you can see, the graphite is a lot smoother, but the charcoal is a bit, you can say a bit darker, but more dry compared to graphite. As you can see with the sound, it's a lot more gritty. Okay, so but I will not use a tissue to blend the charcoal. A big brush is a more appropriate blender. Okay, let's start using darker pencils for both the graphite and the charcoal. For the charcoal, I jump immediately with a 5B right here to establish our mid-tone, or rather the darker details of the tone. Okay, so let's blend. Let's blend the 5B and the B using brush. So when you blend with brush, the real darkness or the shade of the 5B is really coming out. Maybe a big brush. Now, the last pencil, the last graphite is the darkest. Of course, I'm gonna go with the 90 graphite right here. And you will, and I know you know why, and the how and where I'm gonna use this 90. Focus it a little bit. I love the gentleness of the shades using graphite pencils. It's not so dark, so it's not very dark, but it's really solid and smooth, and it's really fit uh, to drawing hyper-realistic skin tones and portraits. And now the next step is to use our kneaded eraser to pull off some highlights after this. Kneaded eraser right here. And now we're gonna draw our hair, the eyebrows, and the eyelashes. I think I'm just gonna go back with the five. And maybe. Now we're gonna put the details or the highlights using electric eraser. Coin or rubber eraser to add some highlights and texture into eyebrows, eyelashes. And for the final coat, can I use white gel pen? You know where. All right, so we just finished our graphite eye drawing right here using just three shades of graphite pencils, the B, the 5B, and 9B. So what can you say? Now we do the charcoal eye right here at the bottom. So let's pan out our camera right here so we can just start drawing this bottom eye right here using charcoal pencils. And this is the Staedtler, Faber Castell, Goldfaber charcoal pencils. Just like the graphite, I'm gonna using three shades: the hard, the medium, and the soft. So yeah, we already have established the base tone using the hard pencil. Now we're going to continue with the soft, or rather the medium, the middle pencil, just like with the graphite. So another basic difference between graphite and charcoal is the sound. Charcoal is a little bit noise. So while watching this, you should refer to this, so you will see immediately the difference between these two mediums. Right here, the difference between charcoal and graphite. So I hope you have plenty of time with this kind of study here on my classroom, right here on my art class. So yeah, I hope you just continue to watch out for this live drawing sessions and tutorial right here that I will do uh, very frequently here on my channel. Because with all this AI stuff going on around social media, I know and I'm very sure that especially for artists and especially for student artists and young artists, I know that is a lot valuable. This kind of raw, real time drawing tutorials is what you value more compared to all this AI stuff. I hope I'm right. Please confirm on the comment section if you feel the same. Because AI cannot really defeat what a real paper and a real pencil to an artist, to the soul, to the life and soul of an artist. Right, so we're ready to blend. Please try to observe uh, and tell me what can you observe between in the difference of working with charcoal right here compared to graphite right there. So if you skip to the charcoal part, I encourage you to go back to the graphite part so you will know how to use both pencils. So another obvious difference is graphite is a lot smoother to layer on paper and a lot easier to blend compared to charcoal pencils. But there are, you will see later, there are special tools that you can use to if you want something more realistic and more smoother compared to this. But if your style is something like this, like rough and just more expressive, then you can just stop right here. This already quite nice. Okay, and then time for the big brush. And now we're gonna deepen even more. This is already a lot deeper, right, compared to the graphite, which is totally fine. Totally fine. Graphite is just like this, very light and grayish and very classic looking, and the charcoal is more contrasty and a lot darker. So don't don't try to look for the darkness of the charcoal into the graphite. And the smoothness and the super little details that you can create with graphite to charcoal is a lot more darker and more contrasting compared to graphite. But graphite is lighter, but it's a lot hyper realistic. You can go a lot more realistic with the graphite. So let's deepen even more using this soft charcoal pencil, especially here on the eyebrows parts. Okay, so now let's go to use our kneaded eraser. Pull us on this. All right, so this is it. This is what we were able to accomplish drawing different eyes using different kinds of pencils. The top one we use the graphite, and the lower eye we use the charcoal. So, what do you think about the result? What's the difference? How do you analyze the situation of drawing with graphite and charcoal? What do you prefer as artists or as future portrait artists? Do you want this nice light grayish graphite drawing, or you want a very strong contrasted charcoal drawing? Let me know on the comment section. Thank you.